Hello everyone, today I'm playing Requiem Act 7 as a new character. This is because the game server was closed for several months and the story developed in such a way that we would have to start over with new characters for the time being. Let's see what happens. As you can see, we are in some old mysterious abandoned temple and okay, I cannot move, much less talk. I will see if I can say anything. You cannot say anything at this time, so you are stuck, mute, and without any clothes on. But the only thing that actually can interact around here, when in this graveyard or catacombs, is the Songmaker. It's a metaphysical humanoid, which keen, bludgeoner, condition, very stout, agile, very keen, stalwart, deaf. Okay, you gotta double click on the fellow. And he's got quite a lot of exposition. Right now, as sudden as someone switching on a light, sentience overtakes you. The sensation is confusing and all-encompassing. What it feels as if you had just blinked into existence a moment ago. Peculiarly, ignores that your immediate predicament is not all-encompassing. In fact, with each passing moment, feelings of comprehension, understanding, and even familiarity begin to well up from within. After coming to terms that the feeling of being born into actual existence feels oddly familiar for some reason, you take stock of your immediate situation. You are incorporeal. Physical sensation is lost to you. Your senses of sight and hearing seem intact, despite the fact you have become increasingly aware that you are nothing but a floating spherical collection of tiny motes of light that dance and swirl about energetically. As your consciousness races to try to make sense of what just the hell is going on, you become dreadfully aware of a presence before you. In a muddled and confused state, you have a hard time determining if the figure you now notice standing immediately before you has been there this entire time. There's a meter here that will tell you how far you're about to finish your character making. Continue reading your story. Back again, I see. Well, I'm not surprised one bit. I surely hope you intend on making some different choices this time around. The figure, dressed in a black flowing robe and a garish mask that seems to ride a fine line between comedically novel and terrifyingly psychotic, emits a soft chuckle, wagging the finger in his left hand tauntingly. He then cocks his head, putting his hands on his hips, and takes an exaggerated sigh. Ah, shucks, my apologies. I almost forgot that I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. If you haven't noticed, my dear friend, you aren't exactly yourself right now. The figure giggles to itself and then sucks a deep breath through what you imagine are pursed lips. Actually, that's not technically accurate. No, see, you're actually not even considered formally exist at this point in time. So to be yourself would be inferring that you are in fact something that is or were. The figure stops mid-sentence, sighing exasperatedly. Let's start with the basics then, shall we? You are here at the present moment because somehow, at some place in time, you have gone through the most unfortunate situation of becoming dead. Beat the big one, check out when to feed the worms, gone to pay the piper, get the drift, kick the bucket, gone to Holland, sold duck eggs in Suzhou, etc. etc. The figure cocks his head to the side, then continues. The how, when, where, and why are points that are not only inconsequential, but are topics that I am not at liberty to formally discuss with you. Rules and all that, you see. The figure mutters something under his breath, seemingly exasperated. What is a consequence is the offer I'm obligated to make you here and now as required by stipulation in my contract. Just so happens that every time that a select few of your kind end up in the awkward position of finding yourself dead, I'm kinda obligated to help. The figure raises his hands in a half shrug, implying that you offended it somehow. Why do I even bother? The nitty-gritty in all this metaphysical business would most likely burn that pathetic little consciousness of yours up into literal ash. You got a glimpse as to how it all worked. You know what? You don't seem the least bit interested in all this. The figure crosses its arms, staring at you. After a moment, he lets out a shrill laugh, waving you off. Lighten now, I'm just messing with you, Firefly. Now where were we? Right. The whole living again thing. Great news! You can get this thing you call a soul zipped back up into a nice new bag of stinky, slimy meat in no time. The how or why isn't important and you wanted to? I can't really elaborate as to why. Rules are rules, babe. Figure snorts a laugh and continues his wordy monologue. Anyway, the question you should be asking yourself right now is, should we even bother? Let's take a moment to think about this. According to my best estimates, by the time you reach your, how do you say, golden years, a little paradise you call Eden will be upon the precipice of outright destruction. Famine, war, disease, pestilence, either will know that it's commonplace very, very soon. So I gotta ask, why bother trying yourself into the proverbial meat grinder all over again? Wouldn't it be better to skip all that and see what's behind door number 2 this time? Ignorance is bliss, mind you. There are benefits to not running around as a smelly, dirty sack of bones and blood. Really, just think of all the trouble you're avoiding. The affliction, limb dismemberment, madness, and insanity. Poison ivy? Just say the word and we can skip all the nonsense. You can sign that lovely soul over to me and we can repurpose you into something non-sentient. Perhaps a nice rock? I don't think you can actually do that. Unless you want to be funny and ask the game master. You're supposed to make a person. The peculiar figure tilts his head to the left, waiting for a reply. After a moment, he clicks his tongue in disapproval. Fine, fine, have it your way. Don't say I didn't warn you though. We'll probably be seeing each other sooner than later, and I'm not to be held responsible for whatever the horrible manner in which you'll undoubtedly make your demise this time around. Let's get on with the formalities then. The figure clears his throat, clasping his hands together, its voice taking on a formal and foreboding tone completely antithetical to his demeanor up until now. Behold, mortal, for I am the maker of songs, the composer of thy Requiem. My role within your fleeting and inconsequential life is most likely incomprehensible to you. But notice, it is I who records your heroic deeds and thy villainous acts, your generosity and depravity, your honor and cowardice. Yet, most importantly, I am that which sees and sings your undoubtedly violent and cruel and indistinct existence. For the writing of your Requiem is both my duty and pleasure. The songmaker stares at you for a long, intense moment before breaking the formality of the scene with a quick jig, followed by a curt bow. Alright, enough fun and games. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? There's a lot of work to do and so very little time to get it all done. You obviously want to go back to being a festering bag of shit, stink, and rotten meat. And I have another 1,000 wayward souls to attend to with any luck. A sucker wanted done to throw in the towel and make my cut today. The songmaker snaps his fingers, a large tome materializing in his hands. It flips through the pages in a chaotic, haphazard manner, coming to a stop to a seemingly random page. Let's get this over with, shall we? Next. Let's see here where to begin. With a flick of his wrist, the songmaker produces a quill out of thin air. The masked figure then pages through the large tome for a brief moment before coming to a stop at what seemed to be another random page. Here we are. Let's start with something simple, a name. Your name to be exact. Think long and hard, pal, and I'm sure it will come to you. Try to hurry it up, will you? I got more pressing matters to attend to. The songmaker leans forward slightly, quill in hand. I suppose be Claircine the Orban, because this is a new character this time. Choose a name. Inappropriately named characters will be deleted. Repeat offending accounts will be banned. Since I already pre-applied and have approved my name, I can just continue like this. If you did not post on the Discord or forums about your name, you would have to think carefully and then copy your character's name from the game into the official game Discord under the Applications channel. Okay. It says, your character within the world of Requiem will be known as Claircine the Orban or whatever name you pick. Please ensure proper spelling before continuing on. It's quite difficult to change your name. If you type wrongly, you'll have to, after the songmaker, you'll have to ask for the new ticket to correct your typo. Next page. Wait, what? Claircine the Orban? That's really the best I can come up with? Songmaker shakes his head in disdain, then turns to the next page. Fine, whatever, moving along. Let's figure out what you're supposed to look like by the time you're old enough to care. Body, face, hair, let's get it moving. I chose a little old lady. I gotta pick your gender first. Because of how the resolution is, I Well, okay. I suppose I was supposed to make a little old lady. Oldish lady, that's the best I got. Short white hair. In the game, I wrote that she has short white hair. Okay. In hair color. Page 1 or 2. Just on the safe side, let me see what the paper doll is. But because the paper doll has no clothes on, I'd better cover things up. Okay, looks good. Next one. Very good, very good. It's all coming together nicely. No wait. That's the wrong kind of hair. I want to change it to something else. A full head. Okay. Nah. Okay. This kind of short hair. I can see roughly the changes around here too. Alright, I think this is good enough as far as short hair goes. She'll be wearing clothes in the actual game. The soundmaker flips to a new page, tapping his mask chin for a moment. Let's take a moment now to figure where you hail from in this little realm of misery your kind calls Eden. Word on the street that a little place called Vitavius is going to be some prime front row seating for the god times. End times. So why don't we situate you there? Unless you're intending on missing out on the greatest show in history of your species, that is. Choose your heritage. I can't choose none. Heritages will bestow certain perks and equipment upon creation of your character as well as determine the available pool avatars you can pick on. There are detailed portraits. Okay. Regional Heritage Selection, Western Territories, sparsely populated and nearly completely lost to torment, constitutes the most remote and unsettled parts of the Republic even before the arrival of the Resolve. Renowned throughout Vitavius as a domain of predators, both man and animal alike. The Midlands, the focal point of reclamation efforts by the Acusian Republic in attempting to stay back the torment. Midlanders are known as self-sufficient and hardy people, often hailing from rural agricultural territories. Eastern Baronies, a bountiful region that has allowed Acusian civilization to thrive for generations, by and far the most fully developed land in all the Republic. While safe from torment, some areas currently suffer from food shortages and overcrowding. The playable part of Requiem takes place in the first coast section of the Eastern Baronies. Okay, since I wrote my character counts for Celestine, which is Western Territories, I click this. Regional language per native collation speaker. Western Territory jacket, scarves, guard, long pants, and boots. These are the things that come along with the character. Most remote and unsettled lands of the Republic, all Western Territories claim the Tempest Ocean as at least a portion of their border. Due to the stormy sea coast, land in this region are often damp and warm throughout the year. All the same, there are two notable exceptions. Terramer's northern location at high altitude leaves it desirably cool, while Prodia in the south is a hot, arid desert. Save for those two exceptions, much of the Western Territories are covered in dense flooded forests, marshy wetlands, and low-lying swamps. Though the Western Territories have their share of large settlements, these cities are few and far between and pale in comparison to those found in the barony proper. The quality of life in Western Territory municipalities and townships tend to be much lower than that. Eastern barony territories are similar size. For this reason, coupled with the rampant and out-of-control spread of torment, has resulted in many who still risk to calling Western Territories home to resettle upon the outer fringes of civilization. While uncharted settlements off the beaten path exist in all parts of the continent since the arrival of torment and near fall of order outside the baronies, they are much more prevalent in Western Territories and become the rule rather than exception. Western Territories have a bloody history that started in the middle of the 6th century and continued to approximately 719 AS. Though roughly 600 years have passed since the West was conquered, the old scars still remain and the ancient history of this land is not forgotten. Prior to the torment, many native peoples of the West had no interest in the venerated Republic and merely begrudgingly followed the Acusian faith, secretly content in their own obscure beliefs. While such blasphemy would be considered a grave offense closer to megacities of the baronies, the ability for the Republic to police such lackadaisical faith so far from the seat of power has proven difficult for centuries. With the spread of the torment, it has become nigh impossible. Despite the pockets of cultural holdouts, blasphemers, and the sweeping scourge of the torment, the glory of the Republic still exists within a scant few civilized municipalities of the Western Territories. However, Republic presence is little more than a flickering candle in the darkness. Only the obliviously foolish or the assuredly capable venture away from this dying ember civilization. For the wilderness of the Western Territory is renowned throughout Ratavius as the domain of predators, both man and animal alike. This has become more apparent in recent months, and rumors circulate that a great darkness stirs within ruined swamps and desert territories, its sights set upon the baronies. Okay. Now we're going. Now we're starting to shape up. Yes, this all looks good. Rather, you look good, but we need more details. The devil's in the details, mind you. Songmaker not solemnly, as if sharing with you a secret to life itself. Now then we'll need your height and weight and the finer details on your looks. While you're at it, why don't you tell me what age you feel as you would represent the best you in future? There's some big plans in store for you this go around. And we got to time it out just right. Age changes 71 years old. The default starting age is about 19. Your character is supposed to start as an adult. Okay. Height is average. Weight is light. Skin color should ideally be darkish this time around. Okay, something like this, I guess. Alright, we good. My looks is average. After all, she's a little old lady, dark skinned old lady. Let's see if there's any old lady dark skinned avatars around here. White hair. I think on page 10 is the closest we got, but not quite. Let's scroll along a bit more. Okay, but short hair, but not quite. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Otherwise, I'll just go back to page 10 and try again. Too fierce. Too pale. Young. Maybe, but I would like to put white hair. The things on the times avatar used, it will indicate how many people have used the same portrait as you did. I'm going back to page 10. I think page 10 represents Clarice's appearance best, because I said she had earrings and all that. Oh, looks I already picked already. Average. Description. Skinny old woman who has a large smile. Who can smile? Now, who has a large smile most of the time? She has a faint whiff of alchemical around her. Unlike everything else, I can change the description on the fly in the game. I think we're all good. Height is average. Height is average. Old lady. Height. Weight. In here is dark. I can see here. Looks I already chosen the average. No, actually maybe I think I should pick plain. Maybe still okay. I'm not sure if I double click already. Yeah. Where's my codex? Wrong. Okay. Let's go. Splendid! You look marvelous, darling. Now then, let's firm up those finer details that aren't so, say, skin deep. Things like strength, dexterity, and intelligence, they're all important. It's impossible for me to just guess what they are by looking at you. Now then, help me out already. See, we spent eternity going over all this boring stuff and no offense. You begin to wear out your welcome. Songmaker stares at you intently. Stat allocation. You will now be given the ability to customize your character stat. You will be given 200 stat points to assign to the statistics you desire. 60 points of stats have been pre-allocated with 10 points assigned to each individual stats and cannot be lowered below this value. Additional stat points can be earned later to regular players well by purchasing the animals. Okay. I wanna raise my stamina to at least 45 for the 45 so that I can sprint in game. Hit points, strength. This affect each stat affects a different level. It affects a different part in the game. Since I intend to play a crafter, I probably should increase stamina in general. Okay, I think we're good. I can change stats on the fly later in the game. Grand! Strike what I said earlier. You can stay as long as you wish. I get to know you so well, I think I don't want to let you leave. The soundmaker last minute leave from behind his mask before continuing on. Jokes, my friend, jokes. Now then, let's figure out that birth sign of yours, shall we? Quite important detail. So many choices. The character's birth sign will affect your discount purchasing skill perks. This phenomenon, known as a birth sign discount, triggers when purchasing skill perks that possess the same covering sign as your own birth sign. When this occurs, your character will enjoy a discount to the animal's purchase price of the perk in question. Ultimately, this does not really affect much in the game because as a crafter, I can actually go on and on and on and earn enough animals or experience points to make up for the cost. I think I would have to refer to Waiki for this. You cannot change your birth sign. Can't remember what exactly the sign is. Which sign is best for an alchemist? But I will just pick whatever fancies take my fancy. Last playthrough I chose the cock, so better choose something else. The character I took inspiration from Claricine. She was supposed to be this reliable servant, but she's not super inflexible, so I'm leaning towards the mage, virtue, or lovers. Claricine in the novel Sestrina was not terribly ambitious. I was all giving and all that, the servant archetype. So I think lovers is appropriate, story-wise. You chose a new sign, the lovers. Now for some finishing touches, let's figure out what skills you have to bring to the table, shall we? I wrote that she was to be an alchemist. Okay, skill equipment 50, 45, 10. Okay, some geology, alchemy rage and bag, half apron, leather gloves, improved pestle, all the alchemical tools. Men have many different problems, most of which can be solved alchemically. Some may have accused of wizardry, but that's just foolishness. This is science. With your knowledge, you can brew life and you can brew death, both of which just happen to fit inside a convenient little bottle. Alright. Well, parting is such sweet sorrow, but don't fret, Claire's in the oven. I got your song already started, your very own Requiem. I'm sure we'll be meeting again soon, wherever and whenever that may be. I'm sure you'll be a little less eager to jump into the fire and out of the pan, and probably in pieces. Oh, and very much dead. The songmaker glares at you from beneath his mask before erupting in laughter. Get out there and die already, will ya? Okay. Now the game proper begins. This is the exposition text of the game. Your senses suddenly return to you as you reach the end of the long mountain tunnel. Your thoughts have drifted to somewhere else entirely during the long trek through the rumbling pass. You try to recall the peculiar daydream, but to no avail. Wherever your mind had wandered moments ago is but a fleeting, distant memory. Gradually, the harsh reality of your predicament sets back in. The world has gone to utter shit, and you got a first row ticket to the show. For reasons only you truly know, you risk both life and liberty to come to this god-forsaken place, the first province. Within its embattled jurisdiction lays Tor, the former capital of the Republic, now teeming with undead. Some say there is glory to be had in the first province. Others speak of a cure to the torment. As you depart the train and step forth into the province proper, you are skeptical that there is anything save death awaiting you here. A towering outpost stretches before you, situated around the eastern exit of the pass. You become instantly aware of numerous eyes falling upon you. Looking around, you meet the gaze of a rather imposing figure, a Templar of the venerated church. The figure is ordained in the traditional outfitting of a venerated church Templar, blood red and valiant silver. His battered armaments indicate that this place is in no short supply of strife. The figure gives you a curt nod before speaking. Mod carriers for the crows, I see. Get on through. Traveler, your paperwork was sent through with an earlier train. Once a courseman can verify your details, you're free to enter the province for whatever good they'll do ya. Returning Templar's nod, you steer yourself for what lies ahead. Okay, those characters are NPC. Gathering your wits, the gravity of the situation you find yourself in begins to coalesce. Will fame and fortune await you in these forsaken lands? What lays in wait for you in the ruins of Tor? It is here, in these embattled and abandoned lands, that you shall truly see what fate has in store for you. It is here, dear traveler, where you will write the song of your death. Welcome to your Requiem. You have not yet applied for a character within Requiem. Please visit the Requiem website and... actually, the URL is wrong. 13 Thrones doesn't work anymore. You should go to the link in the description, which is www.requiemrpg.com. Otherwise, once your application is approved, you will be given notification in-game. While you are awaiting approval, please enjoy the confines of the Templar checkpoint, Rumbling Pass. When you receive notification of your character approval, seek out the custom agent found at the eastern exit of the outpost or enter the world of Requiem proper. Okay. 107 chapter supply requisition order. Someone's been throwing things all over the place. Again! Let's see. Dreams book. In a piece of wood. Let's see what is in there. I cannot dig it up. Okay. You rifle through the disgusting pile, discovering a light cloth. I cannot seem to open that book. Weird. You probably noticed that the Venerated Inquisition has taken over not just the rumbling pass, but everything. So the Templars are answering to the VIC at this point in time. Do you have any idea about Inquisitors and at all? Well, I'm not gonna elaborate on that. An axe. Bottle of liquor. Carpentry tools. Oh, pathfinding. I enabled the option to find walk through. Meat again. Gonna be well supplied with drinks. Let's search people. Lots and lots and lots of unidentified weapon. Hello, Alexander Shell. That's another player. Where can I find? I'm here. Oh. I'm an apple categories by. Then let's see. Look at this guy. Yeah, I was ready cowboy. You see a man standing at 1.9 meters, orange hair, and a joyful attitude. I can't remember where the quartermaster was the last time. I think somewhere around here. Poo poo poo, animal poo with horses. Can't actually ride horses. I think he's trying to say something. Thanks, was told as much on the way here. Alright. Okay. How do I find out, in this iteration of Requiem, we're supposed to align ourselves with NPC factions. Mr. Shell is nice enough to show us where Sid de Valencia. That's an NPC shield man. They're just walking around and around and around. Padio Samancus Aso, Sid de Valencia, Leora. Now I gotta speak to that. Speak to that quartermaster. You have a requisition order. What do I need? Okay, so I'm not sure what exactly I should get. Since water in the game is quite hard to drink unless you have a kettle, but then a lantern is also not unlimited either. Since I'm not planning to explore the province in the middle of the night, I guess I will pick the water skin. It can be filled with milk as well from the sheep and cows. You will spend one requisition order in order to purchase a water skin for Joseph Buttermay. Yeah, because you can't be subsisting on beer and drink and onion. People watching. Late 20-ish. Late 20-ish old man. Sid de Valencia. Well, I tried to call him Boyle either. Sid de Valencia. No, despite the name, he has nothing to do with the Sid from Final Fantasy. I'd asked him that. He said he was not. It's just silly. Whether old man. He said just under 60 will lean very hard on my travel and loss. His hands are now careless and stained by decades of ink and soot. His eyes are pale amber, dim to age yet still sharp with calculation. An old man running around. Okay. Yeah, quite people are watching me too. It looks like those fellows were having a construction party. Okay. Little old lady sat around. Suppose little old lady had better pick up the Bunsen burner right there. Oh, threw the Bunsen burner on the floor. Wasted. Perfectly good. There's a lot of Inquisition lately. Gonna be weird. I think Claire Singh can call a lot of people boil just because she's so old. Okay. Alyssa McLaurianness. Once I better look at myself. I have a very seat of pants. How am I gonna... Actually, how am I gonna redeem all these extra things? Should I just go and talk to the quartermaster and say all these things again? Hello. Hello! Arms and... the apothecaries from the... Oh damn, I feel like a bit silly talking like that. I better make up my mind. What's the apothecary corpse? What's the rank of the apothecary corpse? Oh dear, I didn't read the lore that deeply. I just right by the seat of my pants. Suppose I better say something or make up my mind or check out the faction again. Meanwhile, I can just go explore Inquisitor Squire. I used to like black and red and white clothing once upon a time. That was a very long time ago. I wrote that Claire Singh is absent-minded and having a fading memory because so that she would be... I would have a pretty good reason to have us. I can't share how exactly harvest this plant. No skill available. Skill needed is horticulture 20%. 2 seasoned spinach. Food. You would think looking for food in the dustbin is, well, not a super great idea. You can't cook, you can't game, but on the bright side you don't have to eat or drink either. Looks like it's almost nighttime in the rumbling past. I better go find some bright place to sit around. Now, where did I... Okay, the apothecary cards. There's a... Alright. Alright. So the summary is that my character would be an apothecary. She is a quite low-ranking member. Maybe almost a pedagogue by her age. But not a provost. Okay. Right? I could say she's on the 109 or the 701. Okay, lots of horsey noises. Someone's hiding, looking at me. Nah, I think that's just an NPC remark, not anything like that. There's supposed to be a campfire around here where people are naturally gathered. Oh, the poo-poo. I forgot that I set my character to pick up the animal poo-poos a while ago. Hang on. Let me just turn off the scavenger, I think, because otherwise you'll be picking up all the mountain of poo. Even if I wanted to go for planting, I don't need to collect all the poo yet. Scavenger disabled. Last act. Last act, someone rushed into the fire and burned their face, and everyone started making jokes out of the game about Mac Roseface. And then after that, the second person to die in the game was the Explosion exploded himself inside out while being arrested as a heretic. So, although we were joking in game about Mac Roseface and inside out explosions, in the game it was treated with the gravitas that they deserve. I think I remember correctly, Acquaintances also use poo to make gardening fertilizers. And I see on the Discord that people are asking, how many more acts are there? I think if everything goes to plan and we all reach Tor, we could very well finish the game, or crap will hit the fan. Of course, this video will go up on YouTube as per usual, but I gotta touch up a bit so that it does not show the naked people in character creation. Just gonna wait around for a while. My character, I could say that the Apple character race is part of the 109. Yeah. Calcis Sinisat L Silver. Calcis Sinisal at Silver. Bunch of logs and all that. Actually, not sure how exactly I go about redeeming things. Can I ask the Discord, how do I go about redeeming special equipment for my faction beyond the 107 requisition farm? Well, I think maybe I have to wait until it says the Apple category should come here. Alright. It seems like a quiet evening. It's the weekend and the Sunday night. We gotta wait. Someone's put flowers in a bit to try to make the place. I guess this Duracell Kodak is a bit shy. That's alright. Oh, okay, City Valencia. I'm City Valencia. I think we're still all here. They're introducing each other. I'm just hanging around. It seems they called the apothecary earlier, so I would have to message stuff in game. I would have to open a game ticket, I guess. How is it do I open a roleplay ticket? Right, they're still introducing. It would be quite rude to walk in front of them right now, so anyway. Looks like I should open a ticket then. Look at Ginny Tyson. The portrait reminds me a bit of Lizzie Whitebrush or Dina. Two of my characters from another series, not for this game. There, if my character is not actually Morven, what brought your mind and hand to medicine? Okay, so let's see if Morven is also an apothecarist. The apothecarist, yeah, so I guessed right. She's also a doctor working for the apothecarist. Not a doctor. I think it would be more of a physician or a pharmacologist. No, pharmacist. Pharmacist. That's the one. Let's sit talk about it. Morven Sinclair. I probably go around the other way to find the quartermaster. It's kind of awkward to walk in front of them in the middle of the conversation. The middle hospital. Okay, there are field hospital in here and quite a lot of rubbish. Ooh, rubbish and broken chairs. I was told to go back and go talk to the quartermaster. Hey, Clay, Cindy, Auburn. There's Cindy, Auburn here. Well, are we supposed to talk to the quartermaster or something else? I already used up my ticket. Am I supposed to speak to that Clarence Peabody or the What is the... I'm not sure how to actually get them to give me the 3 items. I gotta ask again. My character is not approved yet. I suppose I better sit around and wait. He's sat on my bench. Busy night. In any case, I think it's Tazio's turn, so... Oh, I'm supposed to wait until the next response before I can actually go and redeem anything. I was blundering around blindly. Never mind, I'll just wait until they say next in game before it actually shows up for me. Then once I get my apothecary stuff, I will end this recording, I guess. Is it Sid's turn? On the looks of it, I think it was. It looks like Tazio and Sid have both rushed in at the same time. Dang, Tom. They told me to come back later. You know. Yeah. Means cousin. Rat feeds on food. Same. Right up by the apothecary. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully we'll make fast friends. Let's see how this goes.
Oh.
Being all over Eden though. Join some here. Still am. Yep, joined some years ago, still am. Accidentally clicked my old micro for Control A itself. I'm gonna start again. So when I look at them when that was years ago too, can't recall much of that time. I wrote that because of her old age that she is starting to be a forgetful, doddering old lady. She's about 71 years old, which would be a respectably old age in the setting of this game. 19th century Italy-like setting. Try 07 indicus 0 alright. I'm gonna start a new profile page for Clarissine then to record her playthrough. Alexander Shell, Morven Sinclair. Alright, let's go. Right. Yeah, so she's a bit reticent about her past too. That's fair. Lots of people coming with a difficult past. Morven. Yeah. Right. As you're angrily berating the rat. I don't think the characters here know anything about the rat land invasion. Yeah, wait. Is it my turn now? Let's see. Oh no. Someone's already in there. Ginny Tyson. I better wait. Well... wistful day. Sit looking up for the clouds. Seems like that rat isn't interested in fighting. Course not! I don't think mechanically you can actually fight with anything in the Rumbling Pass because your character is blessed, basically immortal and immune to damage temporarily while waiting. Characters in shelter thing. The shit's many a time. Yeah, rats are considered culturally dirty creatures. And it's true, they go boop 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 everywhere. Ashforge. I think the name rings a bell, but I'm not sure. Not for us, then for the next batch. Yeah, rats usually... you need to have hunting animals to chase them. You want the mice to go away. This Sid has a lot of things to say. What exactly should I introduce myself as to say that? Introduce myself to Sid somehow. waiting on some things that quartermaster said arrive soon. Mana? See, my luggage got mixed up back there in the train. Let's see CD Valencia's paper doll. Looks like he's also got the basics on, so... Okay. Name's Claire Scene. Nice to meet you, Sid. Has your red fighter? No, I better not say that because he's not that kind of person. Maybe he won't take the joke too kindly. Hello, Tazia. Just some quiet talk while sitting around and waiting. I will see if I can get in after Ginny. Cool. Take it. Get. Then change on only my carry on. Only my carry. Well, I figure it's evening in the game. It will probably go dark around 12 noon Malaysia time. And I don't think Clarison should know what much of happened after in the first province. I got my It looks like charge your turn. Alright, someone's leaving already. It takes about 20-30 minutes, I guess, to sort out the characters. Guess we should wait in line then. My daily infusion cap has been reset to 0 and I now regaining infusion while capable sources. Yeah, but we can't actually earn anything in the rumbling pass. Oh! Yeah, so looks like Alexander's shell's pass is not accepted. Roleplay infusion build bonus 1257 because I think it's because I was playing along with the story. What was that? That red-headed kiddo. They're the same word after all. If I remember correctly, the character Ginny was a reporter of some kind. Okay. An operator, that's not an player character, that's an NPC. Okay. I want to say this place is crawling with Inquisition, but I don't think it's appropriate to say that here. Ashshore Cove. I don't think I ever heard the name Ashshore Cove in Requiem, or maybe it was just mentioned somewhere and I missed it. Oh, come on. Woodworks. Okay, so... No. If I buy my luggage in... Gonna be tough, dude. Don't have many things. Or is it that I need to roleplay with Star to get the proper game items before my... Or is it just the basic in-game items, or is it the faction specific stuff? I'm not sure. Hey, hat and go. Yeah. And getting cool. Old people thing. You may be wondering why I chose to play an oldish character rather than a young one. I was aiming for something different. Because I usually play young women in games, but at this time, although I didn't want to completely go out of my comfort zone by playing a guy yet, I have considered going a different playthrough. I don't like the sound like Kinola. It's just a formality. Anyway, that he's wishing good luck. I appreciate the sentiment. Right, so I think it's been a while before I actually get to do it. Azure Samnikis Azure ISO is still speaking in there. Actually, I'm not sure who's next. It means after him. Yeah. And oh, it's pretty dang cool. You know, first too. Morven, I could wait for Morven, but yeah. If so. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 people. It's gonna be a while. It looks like task is done. How'd it go? His knives. Okay, Taz found his knives and other personal artifacts. Who's next? Me, Morven, or... Okay. His plates. Okay, so me now. Alright, now I gotta speak to the... Hello there! One online apothecary. Yeah, now it's my turn to try to apply for the apothecary. I see if there's anything. No things yet. Have they found my things yet? Okay, so this whole thing about lost luggage, it's very seat of my pants. Very simple as you recalls. I let the door open, I can hear them. I wonder if they're hearing me.
Ah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, he's searching. Mm. Mm. Joseph's instructions. Is I think it's ready to take Joseph's I wonder when we can take the bag already. It says there is 10 items and 19 stones in there. A stone's in weight is about 6 kilograms. If we are taking the old United Kingdom measurement. Alright, I think I'm supposed to write initials here, otherwise I won't be able to take my stuff. Let's just isn't it? Luggage now. It seems someone has tried asking. Found. Gonna check it now. Clothing, gas mask, bunch of clothing, shoulders, blah blah blah. Okay. Not my tools yet.
Ah.
It's all in place. The uniform's all in good place. Anyway, I think that's all for today. I'll check again some other time. And hopefully we'll see more of Clarice's story in the first province, Penitence Valley. See you next time!